Hey, welcome to the channel, guys. This is Rabbit Hole Reviews. So in this little quick unboxing video we're going to do, I'm going to take a look at a Yugoslav M64 parts kit that I got in the mail today. I have not opened it at all, as you can see, so you're going to get some real-world reaction depending on what's in this box. I also got an AK Builder barrel, a chrome-lined barrel for the M64. So for those of you who don't know, the M64 is the earlier predecessor to the Yugoslav M70. It's a milled receiver rifle, screw-in barrels, a little bit different setup than your typical M70. And I have a new unissued M64 stock set. So I decided, well, you know what? I'm going to get a parts kit, and I'm going to get a new barrel, and I'm going to get a Tortort receiver. That's the option I'm going to go with. So at some point, I will order a Tortort receiver and then have this thing put together. It should be something a little different. All my other Yugo AKs are all stamped guns, so this will be my first milled. And so without further ado, let's crack into this box and see how much disappointment I'm going to be set up for. So these unboxing videos, I kind of like doing these because, you know, it's brand new to everybody. Like, I haven't taken a peek at this stuff. If it's a piece of junk, we're going to find out together. And, I mean, for the price that I paid, I'm pretty, I don't know. I always try to keep my hopes up. But, again, this rifle is going to be assembled by somebody else more competent than me. And it's going to be refinished. And, you know, some of the other components, like the barrel and everything, are all going to be new. So it doesn't really matter. I don't really care about some wear and tear. We're going to get this receipt out of here. You can see I've got my rubber gloves on already because these things are usually covered in Cosmoline. So here we have a box with a Ziploc container. This is actually a pretty heavy box, guys. I was surprised at what came in the mail. Hopefully the camera's not too shaky. Take this out, mess with it off screen, and see what we got. You know what? I'm going to get rid of the box too while we're at it. Nobody needs that. So we're going to go ahead and set this down. And let us see. Man, I can already see the Cosmoline in there. Oh my God. So let's see what we have. My trusty Gerber. Man, this thing is sharp. Okay, so far, looks pretty nice. First item up is going to be your typical pistol grip. Now, if you notice, this is the M64 pistol grip, so you probably can't pick it up, but this has a steel ferrule on the top of the grip. So that's definitely a Yugoslav M64 earlier type grip that they kind of went away from in the M70, you know, obviously because it costs more. We'll set this to the side. I'll reposition all these parts out as we go along. So here's the buttstock. It's serial number to the rifle. Looks fairly clean. This would clean up pretty well. I may end up using this stock on the build. We'll see. Not too bad. Like I said, I have a brand new one, so that might just go on there. I'm not really concerned about keeping the serial number matching, because I don't think I can match the serial number on the receiver anyway. I don't think Tortort offers me a custom serial number option, so I really can't force match it to the stock anyway. So, man, yeah, this stuff is covered in Cosmoline. I'm glad I wore these gloves, man. So, again, another nice piece. Not a very scientific examination, I know, but this is just my first impression. Yeah. Also good. Again, I'm not worried about it. I have a brand new one of these. Lighter colored Elmwood stock for the 64. Happy with that. And then we got a bag of small parts. So this is your pistol grip screw, hammer spring, hammer. I have a new set. Here's the safety selector in there. I'm going to definitely have to use that. I'll put all new, I have new old stock hammer and trigger pins, and all the guts. So I'm going to put a new unissued set of guts in the rifle anyway. So those aren't even going to get used. Those are going to get turned into spares. And so I see a grenade launching spigot in there. I guess all these kits kind of came with one of those. I have a bunch of those spigots. Not really useful unless you have the provision to fire said grenade and having the grenade also. So let me get in here real quick. Maybe I'll stop talking so you guys can just have some ASMR of a parts kit getting opened. A plastic bag. Look at all this goop, man. Alright, so there's your front gas block. Alright, it locks. It's covered in grease. Got to demill this part. I have a new unissued gas block that I may substitute for this one. So we'll see. I'll clean these parts up and see how good they are. If they're not as good as the parts that I already have, I'm going to substitute those. All right, so let's take a look. All right, so here's the receiver coming up, milled receiver. You see the double tangs in the back already. You already know it's a different setup. You've got a upper and lower tang. So these were saw cut. They weren't torch cut, so that's kind of clean and nice. Yeah, these parts will all demill nicely. You got the sling swivel. Dude, I'm going to have to soak this in some degreaser or something. Happy with what I see so far. Again, this receiver is not going to get used. Obviously, it's destroyed. I have a Tortort. But all these, you know, the lower parts, trigger guard, sling swivel, small parts I'll use. Not bad. Must be a sad day when these are taken to a warehouse and perfectly good serviceable military rifles are destroyed like this. It's kind of sad, but I'm kind of happy because, you know, we can kind of somewhat bring these back to life. Here's a pretty well used grenade launching spigot, threads onto the front of the barrel on the muzzle, and you can fire NATO standard 22 millimeter grenades. So it doesn't have to be a Yugoslav grenade. Any 22 millimeter grenade will work depending on well, I mean, I guess I won't say it works because the sight graduations might be a little off. So you'll fire it. I don't know if you'll necessarily be true to aim. So here's the bulk carrier group. Again, covered in cosmoline. They really go overboard with the cosmoline. I don't get it. Pretty much everything out of Yugoslavia or former Yugoslavia that I get is just like this. And I'm sure everyone else has the same issue. There's a receiver, or a serial number rather. I'm not even going to take this part, separate these parts. I'm going to set that over here. Let's see what the dust cover looks like. Spring and dust cover. I'm pretty sure these were more affordable in the past, but I mean, they're still, for what you're getting, it's still decent. Again, by the time you buy your own parts and you have a professional assemble it, I'm going to send this rifle off to Two Rivers and have them build it. They got a pretty long turnaround, but they're good guys over there. So, you know, if you're not really itching to get your rifle back anytime soon, you know, I recommend checking them out. Cleaning rod, nothing to see here. Get that out of there. So I got a big pile of parts over here on my left. Dust cover. All right, dust cover is not dented at all. Again, that's all going to get refinished. Happy with that. What other stuff we got in here? So we're probably going to have the front sight. Yep. Front sight, flip up. Night sights, which obviously don't work anymore. Get that out of there. And what else? What's left? So we got the trunnions. The front trunnion in there. Nice rear sight block. Yeah. Very nice, very nice. Again, I'm very happy with this rifle, this parts kit, rather. No issues. It's just a shame that they got to torch cut these or cut these up and sell them as a bag of parts, man. I wish we lived in a country where these could just be sent over in the crate, you know, the good old days. And so we'll get this nasty bag out of here. And while I'm at it, we'll take a look at the AK Builder barrel. Let me get these gloves off because they're covered in goo. Or you know what? Actually, let me leave those on because if I want to pick the parts back up, I'm kind of out of luck. So let's see what AK Builder Barrel is. This is roughly $200-ish for a threaded in, chrome lined Yugoslav M64 profile barrel. It's nice that they have a chrome lining option. I had just recently picked up a Damage Industries M72 chrome lined barrel as well. So that's going to be going on another M72 build that I haven't ordered the parts for yet. Man, this Cosmoline is all over the handle of my knife. I cannot get away from this Cosmoline. All right, let's just ditch these gloves. This is a hot mess. All right, get this out of here. The box out of here. So it's going to be in the whites. You see 16-inch Yugo 762 by 39 M64 milled barrel, 25 by 1.5 right-hand trunnion threaded chrome line. So let's take this out of the bag, off camera a little bit, perhaps. See, I still got Cosmoline in my hands from the knife. All right. So yeah, very nice. They've got the front and rear thread protectors on there. Oh, look at that chrome lining, guys. This rifle's going to be sweet. I mean, it's really hard not to like the Yugos. Yeah, they're heavy as shit. I get it. You know, I already have high hopes for this rifle, so I'm going to send it off to Two Rivers and let them work their magic. And, you know, maybe 5-6 months later, I'll get it back and I'll have something different. So that's pretty much all I have for you. This is just a quick unboxing of what's going on. I honestly don't get to shoot that much because I work every day, but I'm still doing stuff behind the scenes, still acquiring different parts. I feel like in today's market, yeah, there's a lot of overpriced stuff out there, but with tariffs and everything else going on and availability and just the way the world is now, I feel like if you have the ability to get some of these parts and you've been sitting on it for a while, I wouldn't really wait. Even if you pay a little bit more than what you may have wanted to, I think in the long run you'll be happier because it's kind of a buy once, cry once situation, at least in my view. You know, it's better to pay a little bit more for something at the time than rewind and say, man, I should have bought X, Y, or Z 2 years ago when they were this price, or now they're not available at all, right? So that's just my take on it. Do your research on not just the parts, but the vendors. You know, obviously don't rush out and blow cash needlessly. That's my view. Part of the fun of, I think, the firearms hobby is just doing the research, doing the groundwork, asking, talking to different people, doing your homework before you finally actually go out and start doing the stuff yourself. I think maybe one day, if I actually had more time, I wouldn't mind getting into the AK builder aspect of it. But right now, I just don't have the time, the know-how, or the machines at all. None of the equipment. And I think some of these kits and some of the things I'm getting into, some of these parts are really nice. And I wouldn't want to waste some of these pretty decent kits on an amateur like myself. And I would definitely be an amateur starting out. Doesn't matter how fancy your tools are. You know, it's not the golf club, it's the golf player. It's the golfer, right? So I would probably suck ass building AKs at this point in my life. But I have fun getting these parts out. I'm actually staring at these parts off screen while I have burned screen time. But anyway, without further ado, that was the end of this video. Off the cuff, one takes. Never opened this box before. I kind of like these unboxing videos. And for one last shot, I will slide this pile of parts into view so you can see what roughly $400 in parts buys you. Again, these were from Atlantic Firearms, for those of you asking. Obviously, I'm not a salesman for Atlantic. I don't work there. But yeah, so that's basically what you're going to get. So far, pretty pleased. I'm going to have to lay all these out and start the degreasing process. And I'll let the builder demill it, but I'll definitely degrease it for him, and so it's not a hot mess like it is now. So until the next video, which I'm working on it now, I have the B-roll footage. It will be the WBP Jack 545 video. I have B-roll footage that I've shot over the last year. Gonna snip that together and make a little review on 545 WBPs and what I think about 545 in general, yada yada. Anyway, that's all I got for today. Until the next video, this has been Rabbit Hole Reviews.